All right, so we're talking about leads, right? Some of us in the insurance industry, we don't come from a world of leads. I'm the first one to attest. I'm genuinely the first one to attest. Northwestern Mutuals, where I came from, there was no leads, there was no recruiting. That means that there was no overrides, there was no lead list to call. Everything was warm market, referrals, handshake. You tell me what it is I did, I'll tell you. I went to networking events, I went to family gatherings, I went to after five wine events, business grand openings, and I just built rapport within the community. Fortunately enough, in today's world, social media has gone to a whole nother level. And social media has now taken lead generation to another level. Back in the day when you bought leads, the only thing you could buy are mailers. Mailers, literally people filling out questionnaires. And then, the marketing company that receives those questionnaires, right, would take that data and sell it. They would sell it to insurance agents. So by the time it got to an insurance agent's hands, it was probably already 30 to 60 days old. You know what I'm saying? And so social media has allowed marketing companies to create advertisements, consumers, AKA leads, to fill out these questionnaires. And because of technology and social media, that data can get pushed to an insurance agent in real time. I mean, literally in real time. But the question is, what's the definition of a good lead? What's the definition of a bad lead? What type of lead should we be buying? How does Jarvis help, right? I will tell you this. There's a video in our YouTube channel. The playlist is called Orientation. And that video is about a 35 to 40-minute video that explains how to run a leads-based practice. And it talks about what kind of activity you need to have, how many dials do you need to do on a weekly basis, how should you schedule your calendar, how many times should you call a lead, should you do door knocking? Like, it talks about all of that. That video, I want you all to make a commitment to watch it. This video that we're doing today is all about defining the types of leads that there are and then showing you where you can get them. Okay, so let's go over them, and I'm going to write this down so I don't forget my talk track here real quick. Telemarketing, mailer, aged, pregen, and real time. Okay, there's five types. One of them I want you guys to stay completely away from. I will never be a solicitor of these. So if you stumble upon these and you choose to get it, just understand, I don't advocate you get this, right? First one, it's called telemarketing leads. You're going to find a lot of lead gen companies will try to sell you real-time leads for like 10 bucks a pop. And you're like, holy crap, that's super cheap, because real-time leads are like 25 to 30 bucks a pop. 10 bucks a pop, how is it? And the first question you want to ask a marketing company is, are these telemarketing leads? A telemarketing lead is a marketing company that hires a call center from another country, typically the Philippines, because that's very big in the Philippines. And these people are doing nothing more than calling the yellow pages. And when they're calling yellow pages, they're trying to convince people that they need life insurance. And so they're calling people that have not inquired over insurance, talking about insurance, getting to see if they want insurance, and then selling that data to insurance agents. The way they love to solicit it is this. We have the recordings of these people saying they want insurance. That's how they like to sell it. Two reasons why you want to avoid it. Number one, I don't want to call somebody that was convinced they wanted insurance, because what if they change their mind? Number one. Number two, a lot of these companies break do not call regulations. And so if you happen to end up in a list and somebody decides that they want to file a complaint, you're dealing with all kinds of legality issues and such. So I just recommend you stay away from those. Stay completely away from those. Don't play with those. The next kind are your mailers, right? There's still companies that offer mailers. As a matter of fact, there's a marketing company right now that I'm looking to bring on board that offers low-cost mailer leads. What's a mailer lead? A mailer lead is a marketing company that will pick a certain zip code. The zip code may have a high tendency of having a certain age bracket, like a senior citizen community type of a bracket, where the people are 50 plus. They'll send to each of those houses a certain, like a postcard mailer of soliciting final expense insurance. And then what the person does is fills out the questionnaire, right? And then mails it back. And so the marketing company then receives that data, big old packets of, postcard mailers, and then they sell it to you guys. They're not bad. Just understand that there's going to be a time lag. You're dealing now with 30 to 60 days before you receive those mailers in your hand. And that's literally what they do. They mail you these postcards, and every one of them have the person's handwriting of what they filled out. Final expense agents will typically bring that card with them to the meeting, and just to validate, so that the client looks at it and says, oh yeah, I did fill that out. There's my handwriting, right? Not bad. If you find a company that offers them good price, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying you're not getting them in real time. Okay. That's your second. Third, aged leads. What's an aged lead? An aged lead is a lead that's already been sold. It's going to be anywhere from 30 days to a year old. That's typically the range that they are. The older they are, the cheaper they are. The newer they are, right? The little bit, the more costly that it is, right? These leads, because they're not in real time, you've got to do a good job of reminding them that they inquired about it. You have to expect that a lot of those people, well, not a lot, I don't want to say a lot. You got to expect some of those people already bought insurance, right? Because somebody else has already reached out to them. You got to expect that some of those people, quite frankly, they might be a little bit rude because you're probably the fifth or sixth person to probably call them. Okay. Does that mean that you're not going to make a sale? No, it doesn't mean that at all. The average of 100 age leads that you buy, you'll probably sell 3 people. It's a very low ratio. However, here's the good news. 100 age leads is probably going to cost you like $120, $150. They're pretty cheap, and you buy them in bulk. Right. And Jarvis is perfect for that, because you can throw in $100, $200 worth of age leads. You'll throw in, 75 to 100 numbers, and Jarvis will begin campaigning and sending text messages and voicemails and emails to every one of them. And then the people that are not interested, they'll reply back they're not interested, and at least they told you no on text message instead of no over the phone, or no on email instead of no over the phone. That's why Jarvis is very, very attractive to use. I think you're making a big mistake if you're not using Jarvis and you're planning to run a leads-based business, because imagine having 150 leads to call using nothing more than your phone, and you're ring, 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 and then and then no. Jarvis messages and texts all of them at the same time, lets you reply at the same time, lets you do a speed dialer and call every one of them back to back to back to back. You talk to Jennifer Jung, who's using this a lot. She's knocking out 100 calls in an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And if you watch the video that I talked about, you should be doing anywhere from 500 to 750 calls a week if you're running a leads-based business. That's an aged lead, right? Now, the next lead is called a pre-generated lead. Those are a little different. Pre-generated leads are leads that are going to be anywhere from 14 days to 90 days, that window. A pre-generated lead means that the marketing company, okay, they put out advertisements on social media, maybe Google, maybe Facebook or whatever. A client, a lead, found the advertisement, filled out the questionnaire. That lead information was now given to the marketing company, but no one's bought it. It's a real-time lead if someone buys it right there. It's not a real-time lead if it's still sitting in their inventory and it hasn't been bought. That's a pre-generated lead. Okay. Those will range anywhere from $5 a lead to $7.50 a lead, somewhere around there. You typically have to buy in bulk of 50 to 100 of them. So you're going to spend $375 to $500 on that batch. It's a much higher quality lead than an age lead because it's newer, less chances of an agent having already called that person, so on and so forth. Here's the thing you do need to understand. Just because it hasn't been sold or called from the marketing company that you bought it from doesn't mean that the consumer didn't fill out a different questionnaire from a different marketing company and another agent didn't call them. You always have to understand that it's a race. There might be other agents that have bought that data from a different marketing company that the client filled out a questionnaire on, and they're calling that person as well too. Okay. So that's what a pre-generated lead is. Okay. Then you got the cream of the crop, which are called real-time leads, right? Or exclusive leads. It interchanges. What exactly is that? It's a lead that was generated using Facebook or Google, one of the two. The person filled out the questionnaire. The data was then pushed to the marketing company and sold to you right away. A lot of times when you order pre-generated leads, what they're going to ask you is, what county do you live in? You're going to tell them the county. You're going to pay for it. They haven't even built the advertisement for you yet, which means they're going to build the advertisement within a day or two of you buying these leads. And then that advertisement goes live, and all the leads that come from that advertisement up to the limit that you purchased will get sent to you automatically. They get sent to you in what real time. It's real time is like within 5 minutes to a day from when it came in. And they'll send it to you either by email, here's the contact, or some companies that we've partnered with will actually push it into your Jarvis in real time. If you buy 20 of them, you're not going to get 20 at once. You're going to get maybe 3 on one day, 5 on another day, 1 on another day, 0 on the next day, because again, it's coming in real time, and it's from an actual advertisement that was created for you. Those are going to be typically within a 25-mile radius of the county that you select. Okay. You can select English leads. You can select Spanish leads. Those could be final expense leads. So those are typically clients that are 60 years or older. You could buy mortgage protection leads. And by the way, all of the leads that I'm talking about, they could be final expense or mortgage protection. Mortgage protection are typically people under 50. The advertisements that they're soliciting is leads that are, you just bought a house, insure your home type stuff. Final expense leads, the advertisements are more about funeral, final expense, cremation. And so the lead has been designed to attract that type of clientele, right? Now, you might ask, well, how do leads work? What's the psychology behind it? Why are so many people filling out the questionnaire? Let me ask this question. When you go looking for something in today's world, what's the first place you go to when you're searching? Anybody give me an answer? Anybody?
Google.
That's right. It's the
Yeah,
first thing people do. They go to their browser, they type up what they're looking for. Here's the thing. Google and Facebook talk to each other. You ever type something on Google and then you log into your Facebook and whatever you were searching starts to pop up on Facebook? Try it. Search for something, search for anything at all. Search for, red Solo cups, right? You do that, and all of a sudden you go to Google, you go to Facebook, and you're going to see advertisements on red Solo cups. Like right now, lanyards. In our last training that we talked about, lanyards, showing up to the client's house with a lanyard and your either your business card or a picture of your insurance license. Type of lanyards on Google. You're going to see advertisements for companies that are selling lanyards on Facebook within the hour. So what happens? What does that mean? People, right? The baby boomer generation, 76 million people, 43% of the population. They're thinking right now, hey, I need to get some insurance to cover the funeral costs because I don't want to burden my family with it. I just retired from my job. I don't have anything in place. I don't want to burden the family. Let me search on Google for final expense, burial insurance, whatever. They go searching. They might find an advertisement, which is called a Google ad, right? Same thing. But they're also going to go into their Facebook and they're going to see advertisements pop up. When advertisements pop up, they're like, oh, I'm looking for that. Boom. They click it. Their information auto-populates into a questionnaire. If they hit that submit button, there's the lead. Questions that you're going to see on these types of leads are, how much insurance are you looking for, right? What's your budget? Are you a smoker? What's your date of birth? What's your home address? What's your phone number? A lot of data. What's your favorite color? You might say, why are they asking that question, favorite color? As a phoner, as a dialer in the industry, if when you call up, you say, hey, you inquired, right? You heard Armando say it in his script, right? You inquired about insurance. You mentioned you needed $10,000 of coverage and that your favorite color was blue. It's a trigger to them. Oh yeah, you're right. I did fill out that questionnaire. And so they're going to fill out that questionnaire. That information now pushes to the marketing company. The marketing company sells it to us. Any questions thus far about the types of leads that exist? Everybody's good? Clear? Good? I'm glad I'm recording it. Sometimes I talk fast. I apologize. So now the question is, Okay, Tony, I get it. Where do we go to buy these? I don't want to go to the wrong place. Where do I go to buy these? Right. So number one, if one of your questions is what should we buy? My recommendation is you come up with a number every single week that you can commit to, and that number is what you use to purchase leads. And if you're going to start small, $100, start small and work your way up. The agents that are making 20, 30 grand a month, I promise you they're spending $1,000 to $1,500 a week. Just so you know, that's $4,000 to $6,000 in order to make 20 to 30,000. You still make a strong rate of return, but they've committed every week to buy leads, every week to buy leads. Some weeks they buy leads and it's great. Some weeks you buy leads and every one of them are duds. But at the end of the day, they've committed to buy leads. And so when they average out their business, they start to realize, okay, I'm going to make a return and I know what my numbers are, but I'm not going to make a return off of every single batch of leads, but they're buying leads every week. So you have to really figure out what's your budget every week that you're going to do. If you're going to get into the lead gen business and you're going to buy batch one time, and if it doesn't work, you're out, I guarantee you, you're going to be out. You're going to be out. You got to commit. You got to commit. You got to commit. You got to commit, right? So figure out that budget. What would I recommend? Someone that has a decent budget, let's just say like, I don't know, $250 a week. I would tell you to buy a combination of age leads, age leads, I'm sorry. And then also buy yourself some real-time leads while leveraging Jarvis. Because if you're throwing age leads into Jarvis and Jarvis is texting, voicemailing, and emailing and calling your leads for you, right? You could be more focused on the real-time leads while Jarvis is taking care of your age batch leads. Does that make sense? Right? So you got a kind of a healthy combo of each, right? Let me show you where you go in order to get these leads now. If you logged into our TKO website, we've already filtered out a couple companies that we think we know they've provided our agents with good results. Therefore, I'm okay with advertising them. I don't get any kickbacks from them. This isn't my company. This is just, I want you guys to succeed, right? If you go right here to leads, there's a couple companies that we're working with that we've seen good successes. The one in the bottom I'm going to start with is an age lead store. It's pretty cool the way it works. If you click it, it forwards you to their website. You got to create an account. You got to sign up. And notice the kind of leads you can buy. You can buy life insurance leads, health insurance if you're in the health insurance space, right? Mortgage leads. These are not mortgage protection leads. These are leads for people that want mortgages, right? So what are you really going to click right here? Buy life insurance leads. Boom. It's going to then tell you, you can pick your priorities, right? I personally would always be buying $1.50 leads because those are 15 to 85 days old. 40-cent leads are 86 to 1 year old, and 20-cent leads are a year to 3 years old. I would be buying these. This company requires you to spend at least $100 minimum. So you click the type you want, then you click the state that you want to buy it in. So let's say you're in Georgia, right? Where are you at, Georgia? Yeah, there it is, Georgia. You pick the age bracket you want. If you're focusing on final expense, I would be doing personally like 60 to 80. All right, go to that. Oh, there it is, age 80. There it is, bam. You can pick zip codes if you want. You can pick by county if you wish. If you want to be broad, right, you pick by county. And let me see here. Don't filter by zip code. Don't filter by zip code. State or, let me see here, or zip code. Come on now. Let's go to the county. Give me a county, Victoria, give me a county near you.
Gwinnett County.
Is that Gwinnett with G?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Gwinnett County, there you go. Is there a particular city?
I live in Snellville.
Snellville, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Get zip codes. It'll add those in there, right? Radius or miles from zip code. Let's say you want within a 25 mile, right? Zip codes within 25 miles, get those zip codes, okay? So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get count. And what you're doing is you're telling the system to tell you how many leads are available in that area. Look, there's 11 of leads in that zip code area. You can add that to the cart, right? I'm going to log in so you can kind of see how it is. So I've added that to the cart. I'm at $16.50. Guess what I need to do? I still need to buy more leads, so I'm going to go continue shopping. So now let's go back again, life insurance. Let's go into Georgia again. Let's go into the age bracket again. Same thing, 50. Zip codes. Filter, don't filter by zip code. Okay, let's filter by. Come on now. Comma separate. Can I type? No. So right now I think I'm in. Yeah, I'm gonna need to.
Alabama.
Let's pick another. Let's go to Georgia. Select the county. Say Gwinnett.
Gwinnett.
That's those zip codes. Is there another county near you?
Yes, go to Newton. These are older, more retired people in that county, Newton County.
There you go. Good stuff.
That's the way my mind's
There it
thinking.
is. 1, 2. There it is. There your zip codes right there. Get count. 36 of them there.
Yep.
Right. So add that to the cart. Now you're at $70. Continue shopping.
Then go to DeKalb County.
All right. Georgia. Age bracket 50. 50. Okay. Zip codes. What county is it?
DeKalb.
Cab, let me see here. Cab, okay. Get zip codes. Woo, there's a lot of zip codes there.
Yes, it's
Okay.
huge.
Get count. Bam, 208
Whoa.
there.
All right.
Right. So you can, you could say, hey, I don't want 208, I want 75 of them. Add it to the cart. Now you're at $183, right? You can continue shopping or you can check out. My apologies. All right, let me see. What do I check out? Orders. You don't have orders. Come on now. Where was it? I know I was just there. Shopping cart. There it is. Check out. Bam. You pay for it right then and there. And once you're done paying for it, they will email you a CSV Excel file with all of those leads. Boom, 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 boom. Right now you've got your aged leads. Right? That's the way this place works. Any questions about that? Does anybody want me to check? Want me to check their area by chance?
You can use 75244.
Where's that? What state is that?
Texas, Dallas.
Texas. All right, let's go to Texas. Age bracket, we'll go to 50 again. Zip code. What is it, Texas?
Yes.
What county?
Dallas.
Dallas. Get zip code. Woo, a lot of zip codes there. All right, so then we go get count. 635 leads there. Right? So it's pretty simple, right? You pop those up, get the CSV file, send it to the developers. They'll go ahead and upload them into your Jarvis, or you have your own Excel sheet and there's one by one column, however you wish. This is one place that I recommend people go get leads. Second place, Leadrilla. Leadrilla is pretty decent, right? You're gonna have to create your own credentials as well. Let me log into mine. Right, and create your first campaign. What kind of leads do you want? You want real-time leads, exclusive, right? Live transfers, this is new. What a live transfer is, just so you know what a live transfer is that's probably the most expensive. That's, I told you that there's 5 types. This is the 6th one. There's not many companies that do this. Live transfer leads are companies that are scrubbing through leads. Once they qualify the person and the person expresses interest, they literally will call you and transfer the lead to you, and you're in the phone call you know, right there going and making your what do you call it? Making your sales or scheduling your meetings, right? So I'm gonna go into the real times, exclusive, life insurance. Look, final expense, $15 each. Mortgage protection, 36 each. Spanish final expense, 30, or look, even recruiting, 17. Let's go to final expense. Next, pick your targeted area. Right, you could say search by city. So let's give me somebody else's territory. Somebody else. What do we got?
Princeton, West Virginia, Mercer County,
Give me the zip code.
24740.
There it is. Boom. So what you're saying is, hey, I want to build. This is within a 45-mile radius. I dropped that down to probably a 30-mile radius. You want to build an advertisement, right? How many leads do you want? Minimum 25, right? So their minimum is 10. That's pretty good. You can go and order more. Say you wanted 10. This is the maximum number of leads you will receive per week. We cannot guarantee you will always receive the maximum numbers per week. Per week, that's pretty cool. All right, my daily cap. There you go, 10. Got to create your credentials. And basically what Lead Rilla is going to do is they're going to build you a campaign around that area, and you're going to launch it. Boom. You're going to pay. Look, I got to pay $250. Right? And you turn it on. Do you want auto charge? Meaning, do you want every week for them to recharge $250 and get you more leads? Or are we, you know, is this going to be your primary card? And so you build your campaign. They'll send it to the email address that you select. Right? That's Lead Rilla. Next place you can go to is Game Time Leads. Let me, hang on one second. Somebody's unmuted here. Mute, there we go. Okay, good. So Lead Rilla, Game Time Leads. I'm gonna tell you, they used to be my favorite. They're pretty costly. They are, I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta order minimum 20. Look at the price points, $25 to $28. So how you do it is you go click here to the lead portal. Let's see if I had created my account. I don't remember completely. Can't find the account. I think it was. I would have, just so you guys know, leads. I would have one email that you create that's just for leads. Because if you're going to be ordering on the regular, you want that one lead, that one email batch to be where you're picking up your leads. If you ever hire a phoner, you give that person access to it. Sign up. Let me sign up. Well, actually, no, let me not. But anyhow, you get the point. You go in there and the same thing. Game Time Leads operates just like Lead Rilla. They're building you a campaign based on your zip code. Now, with them, I know for sure you got to buy a minimum of 20 or 25, and those leads are going to go for $25 to $28. So you're spending $500 on those easily, right? What I've noticed out of those, and the reason I say they were my favorite is because the competitor that they have right now, is a company internally that we're using. Those are called Jarvis leads. This is a marketing company that TKO is working with. This is how you order those. So if you notice, the first one was aged leads. The second one was real-time leads. This order form here, you put in today's date, your name, your phone number, your email, who's your upline VP. You got to select, you got 3 types of leads you could purchase from. You could purchase real-time leads. You can purchase pre-generated leads. You can purchase aged leads, right? I understand. Then you're going to pick which type you want. You got to really read the details. So notice this is real-time final expense leads from Facebook. This is the most commonly purchased. These range about $28 a lead, minimum 20 leads you got to buy. You click that, look, $560, right? If you're in North Carolina is a very very hard state to get leads in, because a lot of people are buying in North Carolina. Those are $32 a piece. If you want Spanish leads, they're $32 a piece. If you want pre-generated leads, right? Remember what I said about pre-generated. These are ones that the marketing company built the campaign and no one's bought them. You can go right here, pre-generated. You're going to pay $5 minimum, but you're going to get 100 leads. You can get pre-generated 50 batch, and you're paying $7.50 a lead, 50 of them. Notice the price changes. Spanish pre-generated, right? Spanish pre-generated as well, 100 or 50. Real time, under 50 leads, Google ads. So everything up top here, Facebook ads. These are real time Google ad leads. You got to buy minimum 20, or you can buy bulk aged leads at $2 a piece. $2 a piece, you're buying 500 of them minimum. So you're spending $1,000. Right? So you pick which one you want. I'll tell you, the one that's mostly purchased is this one right here. The Facebook real-time lead. So you click which one you want. You put in the state that you live in, the counties that you prefer them to come from, right? If you want us to automatically upload, if you want the developers with Jarvis to automatically upload it, they charge you $10 to upload them. And there is a processing fee of $50 that you have to pay because I got to build you the ad. Now, out of all the leads I've shown you, this one's the most costly. This one also right now happens to be the one that has the biggest return. The questions that they ask, in order for that marketing company to qualify this as a qualified lead, they have more questions that they ask that the client has to manually fill in. Facebook doesn't, you know how Facebook does autofill? It'll capture the name, the address, date of birth, stuff like that. They have other questions that that the client has to fill out and hit submit before that lead gets sent out. Questions like, how much insurance are you looking for? Are you a smoker or non-smoker? What's your favorite color? Are you married, not married? You know, just they ask more questions, and the more questions the client's willing to fill out before hitting that submit button, the higher intent that person has in wanting to purchase. And so this company that we partnered with, they tend to provide us the highest quality of lead, but there's a higher cost because of that. Does anybody have any questions? No? Here's what I will tell you. I've sold from every one of them. I've sold from Leadrilla. I've sold from Aged Leads. I've sold from Jarvis Leads. I've sold from every single one of them. If I had to tell you which one is probably like, I don't want to say the worst of all of them, because I'm obviously kind of somewhat indirectly endorsing them because they're on our website. I would currently stay away from Google ad leads and game time leads. And the only reason I say stay away from game time leads is because we're getting better results from Jarvis leads. This company that gives you these age leads, Facebook leads, is game time leads competitor, in my opinion, in regards to quality and return, right? Like results. But if I was a new agent, I'd be buying, $100 worth of age leads and popping them into Jarvis. And then I'd be buying some real-time leads. And then based on your budget, you either buy them from Leadrilla, $15 a piece, 10 order minimum, right? Or I'd be buying them, the higher quality ones, from Jarvis leads. But that's what you want, a combination of real-time leads and age leads comboed with Jarvis as your CRM system that does all the updates and all the automations. Any questions? Everybody's good. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay. Let me lastly, I'll share this with you. Okay, as I stated earlier, homework that you guys would want to do is you want to know what kind of activity you need to have, right? Here's where you get scripts. This is a heavy hitter script that we're using, TKO lead scripts, that one, right? Then if you want to know what kind of activity you need to have on a weekly basis to run the leads gen business, you go right here to the YouTube channel. I want you to go to the playlist. You're going to hit the word, where is it? Orientation. And what you're looking for is this one right here, how to run a leads-based business. I talk there about how many dials you should make on a weekly basis, how you should schedule your calendar, how many times you should call each lead, you know, when is the right time to do drop buys. I talk all about that piece, because if you're buying these leads and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to make 100 calls a week, or I'm going to call these numbers one time and give up, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And you're automatically destined for failure if you don't know what kind of activity you need to be putting into that, because a leads-based business is not like a warm list top 25. A warm list top 25, you're calling each number 3 times before you're, you know, politely stopping. An age lead business, a leads-based business, you're not doing that. You've got 10 to 15 calls per number to make. They work as long as you put in as long as you put in the work into it. Jarvis just lets you do it fast. When you can knock out 100 calls in an hour and a half, I'll tell you right now, the number you're looking to do in a leads-based business, 500 to 750 calls a week. So think about that. Can you do 500 to 750 calls in a week just using old school method of dialing? You need an auto dialer. You need a speed dialer. Companies like Phone Burner will charge you $125 and only be a phone burner, only be a speed dialing system. Jarvis is $75 a month for a non-VP, and it has the speed dialer in it, plus the 12-week campaign of automation of text message, voicemails, and emails, plus a pipeline builder, a CRM system. It's all in there for you to use. You're knocking out 500 calls. You're talking about 250 on a Monday, 250 on a Thursday. You're knocking out 750 calls. You're talking about 375 calls on a Monday, 375 calls on a Thursday. Speed dialing is going to be essential to have that kind of activity. If nobody has any more questions, I'm going to get off. I'm going to let you go. And, you know, hit me up if it's something you're interested in. I'll close it off with this. We have an agent in our company. He's phenomenal at using Jarvis in final expense world. He knows the scripts. He knows how to schedule meetings. His name is Howard Rabinowitz. And in your order form for Jarvis, if that's what you're ordering, you get a choice as to how you want to learn Jarvis. You can learn it with our videos, or you can learn it by partnering with Howard. What Howard will do is he'll do a 30-day training camp with you. He'll schedule phone zones with you. He'll help you make calls. He'll help you schedule meetings. He'll help you learn how to use the system. In exchange, I want you to understand you're treating him like a field trainer. So if you go to the field and you're working with him on the field and you're writing business, you're sharing in that commission, right? You're splitting that business. But in that 30-day period, he'll show you the scripts. He'll show you objection handling. He'll show you Jarvis. He'll show you how to run a leads-based business. And then boom, you're good to go and keep working on your own if you want to, or you continue to leverage him if you want to. Questions? Victoria, was this what you were looking for? This was great. Thanks. Okay. Appreciate it, Trina. All right, guys, I'm going to let you get going. Enjoy your day. Christina Bennett, good to see you. I'll see you guys this Saturday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.